Hey everybody, Guru Jerry Valido here again with CINCO ESTILOS of Bernarnese. Thank you for tuning in to another 5 minutes of CINCO ESTILOS. Today I want to talk about Larga Mano. Larga Mano, what is Larga Mano? First of all, let's get the term correct, okay? It's Larga Mano, L-A-R-G-A, Mano. If you ever hear people say Largo Mano, it's completely incorrect. Larga Mano is Spanish. It's a Spanish term, literally translated long hand, okay? Long hand, and it is indicative of methodology in Filipino martial arts for long distances between you and your opponent, or an expanded distance, okay? The Spanish word larga, meaning long, is the adjective. Mano, which means hand, is the noun. Mano is an irregular noun in Spanish. So normally nouns are masculine and feminine. Mano is actually a feminine noun, so it is represented by a feminine adjective, which in this case is larga, and it ends with an A. So just a little bit of background there, because it drives me crazy when I hear people say largo. It's not that at all. You want to understand that in Larga Mano, you are at a distance from your opponent where you need a longer weapon, okay? If we were to take empty hands for a second here, right? My hand strikes are not going to reach as far as a kick. It's just impossible. You have to use a kick to reach the opponent if that opponent is further away. If opponent is in kicking range and he's in a range where I can reach him with a kick but not a hand, I'm not going to go attacking him with a hand. It would make no sense. It's a waste of energy and it just makes no sense. If I want to try and get the guy, I'm going to use a kick. All right? It's the same thing with weapons. So we're going to start with my cold steel kukri. This is from the tip of my middle finger, comes to about my elbow. So from this wall, I'm going to back up 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5, 6 paces, right about here. Okay? I cannot reach the wall. If the wall is my opponent, I cannot reach this wall. Okay? Even if I stretch my stance out, I still can't reach the wall. Why? Because the weapon's too short. If I want to reach the wall, I have to move in to close the distance. Now it is no longer Larga Mano. If anything, now we're in media range, okay? Middle range. Your weapon plays a role in the type of distance you're going to use to fight with, okay? Again, if I'm way out here, it makes absolutely no sense, all right? So that's the cold steel kukri, okay? Which, by the way, is probably my favorite weapon out of my collection. We're going to go to the cold steel bolo, okay? Obviously, this now, from my middle finger up, this now goes up to my bicep, almost to my shoulder. From the same distance, if I were to stretch out, yeah, I'm almost at that wall, okay? Much closer, much closer. If I were to stretch and do what we call elastico, which is one of the ghost styles in CINCO ESTILOS, if I were to elastico forward, I have a much better chance of reaching my opponent. Why? Because I have a longer weapon. This is a 26-inch stick. This is maybe about 3 inches short. So let's say this is about 23 inches maybe. Okay? 26-inch stick. Right there. I'm almost at the wall. Longer weapon affords you the ability to fight an opponent who is farther away, right? That's Larga Mano. We learned the fighting style of the late Grandmaster Leo Hiron, who was known as the father of Larga Mano in America. And in the war, he used a 36-inch sword called the talanasan, and it was a special sword that was made for him, slimmer, longer blade. In the usage of that weapon, he was able to keep his distance. Larga Mano is based upon the distance between you and your opponent. If I'm this far from this wall now where I can reach out and touch it with my hand, this is no longer Larga Mano. If I had a 6-foot staff, and we're backed up to the point where I could effectively use the 6 feet of that staff to hit my target, that's Larga Mano too. So basically, Larga Mano, in my opinion, is anything outside of maybe weapons range when you have about an 18-inch tool. So with the kukri, okay, if I'm up here near the wall, this is pretty close. This is pretty close still. You know, I'm right here. But now if I'm way out here, that's a different story. I hope that has kind of cleared up any kind of confusion about what Larga Mano really is. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post it down in the comments. Be respectful and stay safe. We'll see you on the next one.